Time won't erase the hurt, but for just a few months, Jill and Michael White thought they could start to heal.
Someone was criminally responsible for the death of our son, and the reality of him not being here anymore, it's
hard.
In July 2023, Jill and Michael's son, Magnus White, was hit and killed by a driver while cycling along Highway 119. Magnus was a 17-year-old rising star, already part of Team USA's cycling team. In June, the driver, Yeva Smilianska, was convicted of vehicular homicide and sentenced to 4 years in prison with parole eligibility in June 2027. 6 months in, she could be headed to a halfway house.
Do you feel like you were blindsided by this?
Absolutely. I laugh. I know, because I'm like, yes, that was the best word to describe it.
Under Colorado law, for every sentence to state prison, a defendant is eligible for community corrections or a halfway house 16 months prior to their parole eligibility. The local community corrections board still has to approve it, something the Whites say they already did once before, days prior to Smilianska's sentencing.
it feels like that sentence is a lie because
Like we were deceived.
We were deceived because this was never made aware to us. So it's just this continued
Re-traumatization and having to relive, all of it instead of kind of being able to move past it.
The past may never be too far, nor are its memories.
So he loved Christmas, so we put up a Christmas tree.
This holiday season, the only gift this family wants is that of time.
The judge decided 4 years in prison, and that's what I hope continues.
We did reach out to the Boulder County DAs, and they say they will strongly oppose her release. The community corrections referral still needs to be approved. The White family says that hearing hasn't been scheduled, but they plan to be there when it takes place.
And they can file a complaint? Can this be pushed back or no?
So this hearing actually happened once before, right before her sentencing, to see if the judge wanted to send her to a halfway house. If they could, they needed to approve it. And at that point, they had approved it. And the White family at that point filed a complaint against that specific hearing. They did not think it was fair at all. So this is something that that's been going on since before the sentencing even took place. So this is something that's been top of mind for this family right now. They're going to do everything they can to make sure that she stays in prison.
The fact they have to deal with this right now at a time where they should be thinking about, being together and family, that's just, heart goes out to them for sure.
Yeah, the letter came out 2 days after what would have been Magnus White's 20th birthday.
So young.
Yeah.
Jaleesa, thank you.